Two times on the beat, bitch.
What's good, peeps? It's your boy Uncle Fred back in the house. And if you look next to me on my right, your left, I don't know how you're looking at it. When you see that young man sitting next to me right there, it only means one thing. It means two things actually. It means first of all, NFL season is back. And it also means that our Pick'em show is back in the house. Yes, sir. NFL season's back.
Yeah.
We get to pick them,
Mm-hmm.
and we, like I said in the thing, we the NFL do a good job of stringing us along, sprinkling breadcrumbs. Since the Super Bowl, and had the draft, free agency, the draft, OTAs, mini camp, sprinkling us along, getting us our little fix, and then boom, here come the games, man. TK, how you doing, man? How you doing, man?
I'm great. Good to be back, man. Time for yet another season. It's upon us. Good to know we here. Well and good. Excited. Famished from another long off season. All of us, hey, it's fall. September is around the corner. It means we arrived. And hey, let's have another great NFL season.
Let's
And
do that, man.
the season of picking them.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. So we endured we had a great college football day today. That kind of gets your appetite wet. My Alabama Crimson Tide took one on the chin. I had my stuff on, and I thought I would give it to them, give them all the energy they needed, but I guess they weren't having it. So Texas lost two and some other things, but hey, it's football, so hey man, we love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah.
But now we're ready to pick these games for Friday and Saturday, because we got a game kicking off Thursday. A game kicking off on Thursday. Actually, that's the wrong. Actually, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Because that's the one. Yeah, that's the one when I found out that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Yeah. That's for that. That's for that. We're back. The season is back and everything. That's that. That's that. Yeah, that's that. All right. So we got a game on Thursday night. Eagles, the dreaded Eagles, the hated Eagles. In the content world, they say they eat horse pie sandwich. That's what they do, and they whatever they got their little the things that they say about them or whatever. But anyway, they're having their ring ceremony on Thursday, September the 4th.
Okay.
And the NFL decided, I know, it would be great.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Dallas Football Cowboys to come in there and get this season kicked off right. And I'm like, man, we got to play them on the opening night, man. So, and just to make it just a little more interesting, Jerry Jones decided he's going to run off their best player. So, what are you going to do? All right. So, September 4th, 2025, 7 o'clock, NBC.
Yep.
Philadelphia Eagles entertain the Dallas Cowboys in their ring ceremony, their opening night game. And if it wasn't for the Micah Parsons saga, I could be persuaded to maybe say the Cowboys had a good chance of winning that game and a close one, maybe a field goal at the whistle or something.
Mm.
But now this has happened. This whole thing been going on since March, and then it's culminated and climaxed with them sending him to the Green Bay Packers on a 4-year, $188 million contract, 137 million of it guaranteed, and he joins the Packers. And of course, a despondent. Now, I don't know what kind of psychological um, mindset they're going to be in, having lost their best player in a game of this magnitude. It kind of kicks aside the fact that they got George Pickens. They picked up some nice free agents in the offseason, had some decent draft picks. You know, we got Tyler Booker and Donovan Ezaraku, man. We got some nice draft picks, man. And then you do that, and it kind of makes it like, why did we even bother? So with that being said, they're gonna kick it off, and I think the Cowboys are gonna play good for a couple of quarters. Maybe they're gonna have adrenaline. I feel like the Dak CD to uh, uh, George Pickens connection is going to be worth the price of admission. I think they're gonna make some fantastic plays. I think they're gonna have the Philadelphia secondary running around, looking around. But I
Mhm.
think that before the game is over, I think that you know attrition's gonna kick in, and I think that the Eagles will find a way to win that game late and win it because they're the better team. They're the better team. But I think a couple of things is gonna maybe gonna get the Cowboys an opportunity to play well. Is that maybe some of the players may felt like, well, Micah's going. Maybe it's my time to shine. Let me go all out. Let me show you what I can do. We got Kenny Clark as one of the I guess you can say the residuals of that trade. We got 2 first-round picks too, and maybe he wants to prove that, hey man, I'm one of them dudes that can shore up the middle of a defense and stop the run and that sort of thing. So maybe that's going on and that sort of thing, and that's going to propel them. And the overall the distaste and the hatred for the Eagles. When you don't like the opponent, you want to play your best against them. So I think that's going to help them out some too. But in the end, I feel like the Eagles, will, with their superior talent and uh, will find a way to win the game. And I'm gonna tell you this: the Cowboys somehow willing to string together a win here, boy. I might be going to jail, TK. Yeah, they might have to come get your boy if they find some way to eke out a win against them Eagles. Man, I might call in the next day. I might call in the next week. They ain't gonna see me at work for a week. I might go on a bender. Okay. But I don't see that happening. My football intelligence tells me that's not likely to happen. So I'm going with the Eagles. But this is one of the cases I would love to be wrong. TK, it's
Well,
your call.
listen, man. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back as well. Um, I was anticipating us getting started this week, picking the Cowboys to open the season with a little more optimism, and then we got the bombshell that dropped, and if you're looking for reasons to run from the boys, man, the robbery already happened, man. Jerry got robbed already, man. So
Yeah.
who did it. It's not a secret. Um, yeah, I don't. I hate to have fun at the Cowboys' expense, man, making them the butt of the joke. But
It's becoming one of them things. Everybody loves the laugh at our expense. Yeah.
look, man, the Eagles gonna win, man. You know that. But I mean, I'll be interested to see what they do offensively. I'm just as excited as I was for the the Dak show with CD and George Pickens. So that should be fun. I think that'll be exciting. Not just Thursday, but all season. I think that part of that's kind of like, the silver lining, high point of the season when we look back on it, in a few months. I think they'll have some exciting games offensively and defensively. They're going to have a lot of challenges, and they're not going to have a premier pass rusher to offset those challenges. So, the Eagles were a better team regardless. And anytime you lose a player of Micah's caliber, you're not a better team for losing Micah Parsons. um, I wish the Cowboys good health this year. I don't know what's going to happen to them this season, man. But I wish them well, man. I wish them well. And yeah, we have to watch the Eagles ring up, chip up. Hopefully that motivates them at least for a night. And there'll be a lot of questions left unanswered after week one. And that's kind of the thing, when you open the season. So when it comes to Cowboys, for obvious reasons, I think in some ways I'd rather just not say nothing at all when I don't have nice things to say. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with them boys, man. It's not necessarily, not an indictment on the players or nothing like that. Just
it goes up top.
Yeah.
That's
So,
up top, man.
yeah. So
all the issues primarily deal from up top, man.
yeah. So
Just don't put you in position to do your very best, either from a game planning perspective or a player acquisition perspective, organizational, you know, you know, synchronicity, all of those things. It doesn't give you the best chance to win. So, like I said, I pull for the players to do the best they can. You know, uh, you know, it'd be hard to do your homework and your mom and daddy ain't paid the light bill and it's dark. You reading books by candlelight. So that's what I liken it to. You having a you know, ain't nothing in the refrigerator. That ain't nobody been to the grocery store. Oh, okay. They get C's and B's occasionally. So we could get an A, but we gotta have some light and some food. Anyway, man, it's enough of that, man. Cowboys, like I said, I think they'll give it the old college try for about a quarter and a half, maybe score first couple of times they got the ball, but in the end, I think they'll win. I think maybe 30 to like maybe 20, something like that. Maybe, something 34-20 or something like that. I look for it to be something like that. Like I said, if they find a way to win, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Cowboys win on Thursday. I know something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that game being said, that one get in the books. Then the NFL been trying to do their, beyond the borders kind of thing, trying to do their international thing. They're trying to do with that's one thing that they don't do as well as the NBA. The NBA has that down. They are truly an international game, and NFL is trying to be international, right? So they got a game in Sao Paulo, Brazil, like they had last year with the Eagles and the Packers. So this year they thought, well, let's go get the most visible player in the NFL, and let's see if we can make that game a little more attractive. So they get the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're taking on the I want to call them the San Diego, but the LA Chargers. Okay, and this is an interesting game because they are in the same division. The league kicks off with two divisional games. The marquee they Thursday and Friday night. The Chiefs coming off that Super Bowl loss, lost 40-22 to the Eagles, and it's an interesting season because they won 15 games, but never scored 30 points in any of the games. And we talked about, well, in the video that didn't get shown, we talked about that the Chiefs have played a different game the last couple of years, where
Mm.
they do not light the scoreboard up. They just play football. They're just as content to beat you 21-17 as and they get the dub as in years past, that would be a 35-20, 35-27. Patrick Mahomes going for like 350 and 4 touchdowns, a couple
Mm.
of nice dazzling runs,
Mm.
maybe a 60-yarder to Tyreek Hill, something like that. And it's like, still remember that epic night in I don't know, it was a Monday night back in 2018 when they played the Rams. It was like a 55-53 game or something like that. And those are long gone. Those are days of way back. So now they're content to just nickel and dime you, play good defense, kick field goals, and win and edge, and then just they have become the new age New England Patriots. And so they're playing the Chargers. And the Chargers, you know, uh, made some additions. The Marion Hampton from North Carolina.
Mm.
Uh, Trey Harris, I remember his name, the receiver from Ole Miss, 6'2", 210 pounds. So he was a stud at Ole Miss. So they're kind of getting him in there to kind of do what Johnston hasn't been able to do. I think he may be able to do it. He just hasn't done it yet. And to go with Lad McConkey, and I think they're going to with uh, their coach. And he's got this style where he's hard nosed, and they run the football. They got Marion Hampton, and they also got Najee Harris, and so they're gonna play smash mouth. They're gonna run the football. They're gonna play good defense. They're gonna kick the ball with what's the dude's name, Dicker. That's Dicker the kicker. That's what I was like. That's kind of interesting. I'll leave that alone. Cameron Dicker, I think that's his name, and they kick field goals and they win. And they kind of win that way, and they just ask just enough from Justin Herbert. And they win games. So this is going to be probably not a stylistic game to watch. Because I think it's not going to be high scoring. Because the Chiefs play defense now. Steve Spagnuolo had them guys playing defense. Now. They play defense. Um, I think Patrick Mahomes is going on what I think we would call a revenge tour. Because I think
Mm.
I don't know if he was embarrassed by how that Super Bowl went out, but they got handled. You very seldom see the Chiefs get handled. They got handled.
Yeah.
At some point in that game was like 40-6.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
never in that game. Okay,
Yeah.
never in that game. And so this is going to be a close game. I think the Chiefs, because I just don't bet against him, against Pat. I feel like the Chiefs will find a way to win that. Now, some of the challenges against them, Rasheed Rice um, his ruling. It come down from Roger Goodell. He is to serve 6 games, the first 6 games of the season. So I think he'll have Kareem Hunt in the backfield, Carson Steele, got a new offensive lineman. What's that kid's name from Ohio State? Left tackle. He's good,
Josh
man.
Simmons.
He's what?
Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons. Yes. With Creed Humphrey and Andre Smith. I think that's his name. The other, the guard. They got a great offensive line. So I feel like this is going to be a tight game, but I feel like the Chiefs will win this game.
Oh,
Uh,
Andres.
feel like the Chiefs will
Come
win.
on, Trace, man.
Um, it'll be close, but I got the Chiefs winning. And they've all of their games have been close. I've seen the Chiefs blow out some of their other division opponents. I've seen them blow out the Broncos. I've seen them blow out the Raiders and things of this nature. But here's something to think about as I'm gonna let TK cook, and then we'll give our all our predictions on this game here. But this division has gotten stronger as it relates to the coaches. This is like an all-star coaching division. With Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Pete Carroll, and uh, um, John John James Jim Harbaugh. I get them Harbaughs mixed up.
Yeah.
Either they've won a Super Bowl, been to a Super Bowl, or won a national championship. They've all accomplished some great things. So the neighborhood then got a little tougher. So these games gonna get a little tighter for the Chiefs. I look for the Chiefs to win it, and about I don't know, maybe a field goal. I think they're favored by like 3. What you say?
Chief, and to every point you made, AFC West, it's time to punch back. It's time to throw rocks at the king. you
Yeah.
know, um, to your point, the coaches in that division are as well credentialed as they come in the league today. So, the Chiefs should be susceptible. I mean, you look at them and the way that their style of play they've adopted in the past few years. Granted, a winning formula, but still a formula that feels like if you're one of those teams in that division, you just gotta feel like, man, why not us? Like,
Yeah.
why can't we successfully nickel and dime and keep it close and try to lean on our quarterback and seal the deal? Because at the same token, while we understand how great Patrick is, both now and historically, how he'll be remembered. Um, if you Justin Herbert, if you Geno Smith, I mean, to a lesser degree, Bo Nix is just like, look, man, you gotta get in here. You gotta get in here in the mud with these guys, man, because the Chiefs having like this overwhelming, overbearing roster full of talent that can't be beaten or insurmountable in some ways. I just don't think that's the case. I just think their methodology has worked for them, and Andy Reid continues to evolve the way that they want to go about winning more so than how it looks. And so, to that effect, the Chargers are the one team. Hopefully, all of them. I mean, decide they want to compete against those Chiefs. But at least the Chargers is like, well, you got to figure at some point, Jim and his style of play and what he likes to do well,
Mhm.
at some point is going to make for a legitimate, you know, rivalry laced challenge for Pat and the Chiefs. So you hope that's the way. This is the beginning of it. Come Friday, and that's the way the season starts for the Chargers in that division. So I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for a good game. I'm hoping for um, a potential duel. I think I've seen games where Justin Herbert is, he's tried to punch back. So I think it's in him.
Yeah.
I think it's in him. I think it's in that whole team. I would just like to see it, man. I would like to, outside of that division in the AFC and the conference in its totality, we know the usual suspects that the Chiefs can expect to see at the top. But in that division in particular, it's like it's time to punch, man. So I'm hoping that's what we get out of this game. even with that said, there's no way I'm picking against the Chiefs. But,
No, no.
you know, I'm not really too mad at getting a good game, on a Friday night, NFL game on a Friday night. So I'm hoping for that for sure.
Yeah. Aside from the field conditions, maybe they got that fixed from last year because I know guys were slipping and sliding all over the place last year,
Yeah,
and
when Patty
they
kind of
had
won, yeah,
had divots and stuff in there, and guys was concerned about turning things over, legs and ankles and stuff over. And so hopefully, with the influx of money that the NFL is getting, whatever to that, whatever that they have rectified that, because it's doing the service to put world class athletes on third graded, surfaces to play on. That's not no good for anyone, you know as they try to push their way towards international status.
yeah,
That's some of the things you know you gotta look at. Make sure you don't want to put your prize assets, which is your players, in precarious situations where they could be injured. And who knows that you get Patrick out there and he turn an ankle, or God forbid, snap something. That's a guy you don't want to not answer the bell every week. You know, that's a
yeah.
guy
No,
you.
man. Patty. I expect with Patty out there, they'll have that thing together, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I expect the same. So we both got the Chiefs. And like I said, I know the Chiefs been running away with this division for like what, since 18, like 8, 9 years. It was at 7 years.
Yeah, yeah. They've been having their way for about
Yeah,
7 years now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you would hope with Jim and Pete and Sean, in that division now, it's like they have those teams prepared. All three of those teams have talent. It's not even like a barren talent situation either.
yeah,
So it's just like hey, Ashton Genty's in this division. The
yeah, yeah,
Broncos and
yeah,
Sean Payton's creative wizardry at times. It's like we need to see it, man. We need to see these teams really put some fear in the Chiefs' hearts, man. I would like to see a competitive division over there. So,
yeah. Oh,
um,
the neighborhood done got tougher. It's definitely
yeah,
they still got I still think they got the best quarterback. I still think they got the best coach, but it's getting closer. I can see your tail lights from here. It's getting closer. You can see them. They can see them in the rear view. They're getting closer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's getting
And
definitely.
I know we've always focused on just kind of giving some good analysis and leaving it at that without
Yeah,
getting all narrative. And it's not to say I'm about to get narrative, but it's just it is something to say for like Justin Herbert. Hey man, let's see you see you win games and make it matter. Like I want to see you go at Pat. I want to see the guy that conceivably feels like with a great team around me, we can win this division with me. Like, I want to see that type of confidence in this game, man, on Friday. Um, he's one of the guys who had a historic rookie year. He's a second contract guy now, and it's like, yeah, Justin, let's see it, man.
yeah,
Let's see it.
yeah.
So
We need to see it. We need to see it.
we know what Jim Harbaugh's style is, and you get that. But at the same token, you're an ultra talented quarterback in your own right. So you know, keep the
Yeah,
game close through the run game. Try to control the trenches and use that as the Jim Harbaugh formula. But at the same time, when it's time to make a big play, let's see you do it. Flacco had a big arm when he won under Jim. So right. Well, excuse me. No. I'm speaking.
Kaepernick.
Uh, that was John. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, Kaepernick, had success under Jim, and he was able to, make big plays in that style. So, I just feel like for Herbert, man, he's got to want it in a way, not just to say I want to see him want it in a tight spot, up against that team. I would like to see it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'd like to see that too. We'll see what happens. But right now, I'm thinking that the Pete, the Sean Paytons, the Jim Harbaughs, probably looking at Andy and Pat, and like, man, y'all put y'all pants on one leg at a time, just like we do.
Yeah.
And that's what they should be thinking. We show up and we do our thing too. We
Mm.
we can get y'all, and I think that's where the thing is headed. So we'll see, and that's going to
Yeah.
be interesting whether Pat and Andy can hold them off, how long they can keep them at bay. That's the thing. Can they
Man,
keep them at bay?
you saying all this, they could easily go 5-1 in the division and just have a laugh at people that talk like this, but it's just at the same time, it's just like, cool, man. Let's just please, let's have some competitive pride in the AFC West this year, man. That's all I'm saying, because I do think all three of those teams are talented. So it
Yeah,
starts with the Chargers on Friday. And yeah, I just would like to see them compete in the competitive division this year. Simple as that.
well, all right, man. We have done it, man. We have covered the first two games, and like I said, that's going to be Thursday night and Friday night. And man, I can't wait. NFL's back. Uh, and I'm hoping that it's going to be better than ever before. I'm looking for some great matchups. I'm
Mm,
looking for some great games. I'm looking for some comebacks.
mm,
I'm looking for some buzzer beaters. I'm looking for some field goals at the buzzer.
yeah,
I'm looking for some great, 40-yard runs. I'm looking for some 50, 60-yard passes, guys and got behind. I'm looking for some strip sack fumbles. I'm looking for all that, because
yeah.
those are the things that make this game great to watch for
Mm-hmm.
fans like you and me. Because that's at the end of the day, we're fans. I know we do this and we have our little commentary in them, but we fans and we,
Mm-hmm.
ain't nothing like a fall evening, about 12, 1 o'clock, and you sitting on your couch, you watching a good game,
Yeah,
beverage of your choice, and a snack of your choice. Ain't nothing like it, man.
yeah,
Ain't nothing like it.
yeah, man.
So,
I'm with you.
all right, man. Any parting words? Any words of encouragement?
Mm,
Anything?
well, words of encouragement to all the players and staff and contributors, that make the game we love go. Shout out to all those people and good luck to all those people this year and all the hard work that we putting in. And, we get to do the easy part. We just get to watch the final product. So,
Yeah,
you
that's it. That's it.
you got it made on this side. So, shout out to those people on the other side making it happen, man. Let's have a good year.
It's good. It's good. For those that are watching, please hit that like. If you catch this video later, and you got your notification, hit the like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We'd definitely like to interact with you, and definitely like to hear from you. Be looking forward to now. I'll probably be doing some additional content this week. Most of that be of a cowboy perspective. So I try to cover a lot of different things. But look for us to be back on next weekend to recap what we saw this weekend uh, with the next weekend with the Thursday and Friday games, and to also to preview the week one games that start on next Sunday,
Mhm.
and it's going to be, and then the things that we're looking forward to as in some individual teams that we're excited to see. Now, of course, we like our team. I roll with my Cowboys, and I think TK's a surrogate Cowboy fan, and he likes his Titans and that sort of thing. But we like to look at some other teams too. We're fans. We like to see what other teams bring to the table, and as the season kicks off, there are some teams that have made some additions, met coaches, different players, and different things. Maybe employed in a different system, offensive or defensive or something that we're looking forward to. And I got a couple of pet cats that I want to share with y'all on our next video. The teams outside of my team that I'm looking forward to seeing in 2025. Okay. So with that being said, from my main man TK and your main man Uncle Fred, we bid you adieu until next week. God bless. We'll
Yeah,
get y'all on the next video.
for sure.
Peace out. Peace out.